Hey guys, we're back in another video, and this is which is better, Mega Base Kyle versus Heavy Base Kyle. So now Heavy Base Kyle is a legendary constructor, and Mega Base is a mythic. So now just because one is legendary and a mythic doesn't mean they're better or not. Yeah, they do have better health and sometimes better perks, but that doesn't mean they're better overall. So now Mega Base Kyle. The one reason I don't really like Mega Base Kyle is because he has, Heavy Base Kyle, most constructors actually have the decoy, and decoy is very useful because in Storm Shield defenses and pretty much every single mission, because it actually decoys, you can throw it down and shoot a trap ton if you see a whole horde of them. So that's super useful, especially if you have a soldier and you're playing with a soldier and a constructor. You can tell the soldier, get your minigun ready, and you guys can just mow them down. So that's really useful about Heavy Base Kyle. Now, what about Mega Base Kyle? Mega Base Kyle has this thing you throw down and it hurts enemies. It's just blasts them out and everything. And that is useful sometimes, but I don't really use it that much. I mean, I would way rather take the decoy. And then Mega Base Kyle does have some he has some okay perks, but Heavy Base Kyle has some really good perks. Now, Mega Base Kyle, this is a little side note, but Mega Base Kyle you actually got from the event store, or you got it from Walmart or something. I personally bought it from the event store, and I just bought it, and that was actually before I used constructors, and Mega Base Kyle is what got me into using constructors. I used to use an Outlander, and Outlander's okay, but I'm sidetracking, so Mega Base Kyle, personally, I think Heavy Base Kyle is way better than him. Yeah, Heavy Base Kyle does probably, I think, have some lower health and everything, but he just has better perks than Mega Base Kyle. I think Mega Base Kyle could have been a great hero if they would have changed the perks around and everything, but the perks are horrible, really, on Mega Base Kyle. Now, you guys may like Mega Base Kyle, but I personally think they could have done better. So, now I'm going to name the perks one, and I'll tell you which ones I would have changed, which ones are better, which ones are worse than the other one. So now, first of all, they both do have the. So now the perks are. Wait 1 second. So now the perk is Mega Base Kyle has Plasma Pulse, Base, and Bull Rush. So, Plasma Pulse, I would switch around with, Power Base. Oh, wait, I've been saying Heavy Base Kyle, but it's actually Power Base Kyle, so sorry about that. But Power Base Kyle, he actually has, instead of that, he has Decoy instead of Power Pulse. So that's a great one. They could have switched around. So now I'm gonna name all of them. Power Base Kyle has creative engineering, increases building cost by 10% and reduces building cost by 10%. That's his first perk. Mega Base Kyle has the same perk. His next is Plasma Pulse, that's 1, and Kinetic Overload. So damage type is considered plasma as well as energy. Critical hits are hardware. Weapon trigger a kinetic overload, dealing additional damage and knock back the target. So that's the one. And then base, they both have base. And then Mega Base Kyle has automated defenses, increases base connectivity by 1 building piece. So I believe, and then Mega Base, those two do have mostly the same, but power modulation, Power Base Kyle has, so it makes it a little bit stronger every 10 seconds. Big Brother, farther. And Power Base Kyle, yeah, he actually has a thing called recycling instead of So now Mega Base Kyle has a thing called Mega Base at 30, increases by 2 pieces. Now that is useful, but I mean, I would rather get the materials back than that, because you can get that in perks. You can get that in perks. So I would personally rather have the recycling with Mega Base Kyle. So recycling is for every 3 building pieces of the same material, base generates 1 of that resource of type every 60 seconds. Level 2 buildings are worth, yeah, you know. So that's really, and he also has Mega Base, and I mean, yeah, Mega Base Kyle, it increases 15%. Now that is useful. That's pretty dang useful, but I mean, wait, let's check. Oh, and fully contained Power Base Kyle has increases the damage reflected by base by 50%. So it hurts the zombies that are hitting it. So that's super useful. And power modulation. So regenerates 5% of their max health every 10 seconds. So overall, Power Base Kyle is way better of a constructor, I'd say. Now, yes, Mega Base Kyle does have a little bit more health on it, and everything, more armor, but I would say Power Base Kyle's way better than Mega Base Kyle, so that's what I think. But I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Bye.